mandalorian is now the ultimate power in the universe.
At last we will reveal ourselves.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. If you only knew the power of dark side.
Here it comes. Let's go.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
We're here, we're back, and welcome to LightSaber Radio, your weekly hive of scum and villainy for anything and everything Star Wars. And this week's Hothbreaker, who would win? 50 Porg-sized Rancors or 1 Rancor-sized Porg?
What the hell?
The Rancors.
Yeah, the little
Rancors
Rancors.
for sure.
They'll be
dude.
munching them.
No, I
Like
was listening to a
Rancors.
book. I was listening to a book
my
that had Hondo Onaka in it, and he got the Falcon, and it was just layered with porgs. And they're a little evil.
They are
they're a little
formidable.
maniacal. I think yes.
But there's
I
only
think
one.
big ass. I think one big ass porg would be a problem. Not gonna lie.
But imagine a
If
bunch
Hondo
of
imagine-
Rancors.
Yeah,
If Hondo
It'd be like-
Onaka says that they're a problem, they're a problem.
okay. Wait a minute. Imagine it'd be like somebody falling into a fucking pond of piranha. That's what it would be like.
Yeah.
Imagine their little ankle bites. It'd be horrible. I think I would easily. I think the Porg-sized Rancor, the Rancor-sized Porg even, would be easily put down by 50 tiny Rancors.
Well, just
Yeah.
imagine that scream though.
Oh,
It's so loud when the
ugh.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know that. I think either way it would be terrible.
Bro, can we just like I think one of the funniest parts is like you ask that question, and let's be honest, it's an absurd question. That's what these Hothbreakers are. And he just opens up, I read a book. Trying to make it logic.
The most
That's what killed me.
articulate, civilized gentleman answer. Just, I read a book, good sir. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's just my dear friend CJ. And I
My dear
understand.
friend.
I understand about reading books. I do.
audiobooks
do.
are amazing to me. Get out of here.
Books are amazing, but you don't need to reference a book. Sometimes it's just your own personal opinion.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, well, that's the thing. Like that's my first immediate thought was Hondo Onaka said they are a nuisance, and that's why Chewie let him borrow the Falcon because Chewie was done with him, and Chewie can eat him. Like he would just gulp them up. So I'm like, if Chewie sat there and thought it would be a good idea to give Hondo Onaka the Millennium Falcon because he couldn't handle the Porgs, I wonder. And then you had to ask that question, and I was like, oh god, of course. I just listened to this book, and this is what happens. I get
Darius
this damn
said,
question.
according
Now,
to
2
my
days-
literal knowledge.
According to
I can't help it.
literary
I can't help it. It was my
expertise.
first immediate thought. Oh,
Shakespeare
by the way-
once said.
Shakespeare said porgs are very malicious. 'Twas that the porg.
Rancor, wherefore art thou Rancor?
Oh God,
Not
it's too early to get this
bringing
hot.
a book into this.
To Porg or not to
I thought
Porg?
it-
That is the question.
That is a real question. Darius, did you guys see those rumors about there being an old Republic
Yes.
film coming out?
Yes, I was going to bring that up in the news and rumors. I'm excited
Way
to
to
talk
beat
about
us to the
that.
punch, Darius.
So, before we kick off with this bracket, I wanted to dip in and remind everybody that Lightsaber Radio posted a midweek video discussing the Book of Boba Fett trailer. As we all know, it's very exciting. We've all got some thoughts and feelings. As Garrison wasn't able to join us, what did you think?
From what I've
You better say
gathered, I
something
think I agree
nice.
with Kyle. No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I think it's kind of painting Boba Fett as kind of a little timid, a little, not the badass that we're expecting. You know what I mean? He goes in, I'm gonna rule with respect, and yeah, while that's like admirable and like that's like the good thing to do, the right thing to do, you would think that's not what Boba Fett's about. Boba Fett's the bad guy. You know what I mean? He's gonna go in kind of being the badass, and so that's not really what I would expect from the badass Boba Fett. But I mean, with the amount that it did reveal, I mean, maybe there's going to be more going on. Maybe I'm just judging it too early. So I mean, my hopes are still high. I'm still expecting some great things to happen, but just that right there was probably the thing that I nitpicked on the most. Was just he doesn't seem like Boba Fett that I'm expecting.
And
Do you not
it was
remember
just
the point is that go ahead, Kyle.
I've attacked him.
gave up.
He's taking it personally. I'm
Okay.
sorry, CJ.
This is the thing. They didn't think about it as they were putting this trailer out. It was like, hurry up, put some shit together and throw it out there. Because I'm like, dude, wait a minute. Y'all, this has already been put out as one of the most exciting things that's happening in the Star Wars world, the Book of Boba Fett. They hit us with the beginning of it at the last of the Mandalorian in season 2. We got struck with it right then, like, what the Book of Boba Fett, what the hell is that? Then you got these directors is saying that it's going to be the most dopest thing that you've ever seen that has to do with Star Wars. And then you put out a bullshit trailer like that. Like, what the hell? Didn't even nobody get killed? Nobody got shot in the face? Tatooine only got one son. Did y'all do y'all's research? You know what I'm saying? It got Obi-Wan Kenobi in it, walking in the background and shit. Old Obi-Wan. Like, where did y'all get that footage from? The first one? We don't even know where it's happening at. It's just, yeah, it didn't appeal to me. I agree with you, Garrison. It was lacking in so much things. And then it started off with some big ugly spider with a brain on the front of it. Like, what is that crap? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does this spider got a brain sticking out of the front of it and some glass tube? Like, I don't want to see that. That shit's scary as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch that shit. You make me not want to watch the Book of Boba Fett. Like, is these big spiders going to be in it? I don't want to watch big spiders. I don't like spiders.
Darius made an excellent point that CJ just leaves the second Kyle starts speaking. Don't act like you didn't see that.
He had to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
That's
will be
that's
fun,
what it
though.
was. I don't know why he left, but I just figured he had to go to the bathroom. Or he went to go get some liquor because, he got to get liquored up to listen to this. Me and Garrison ranting on the Book of Boba Fett. He got to get some liquor.
Thank you, Mr. Darius. On my side, he is correct. Those spiders are not spiders. They are Bomar monks. They are a very important, iconic part of Star Wars canon, and they're hugely influential in the story of Jabba the Hutt. Thank you very much.
It's a big robot spider-looking thing. I don't care what they call, man.
It's
It looks
weird.
creepy
It's
as
really
shit.
weird.
It's creepy as And they
weird.
started it with that. They started right. They couldn't, lead into that. They had to start off the scene with that. Like, oh, shit. What the hell is that creepy-ass thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That was just weird. I ain't
I'm
like it.
sorry. I also have a point to make. Just because we saw one sun on Tatooine does not mean that we're not on Tatooine. What it could mean is that we don't know what the rotations are for the two suns. There could be periods of time during the year where there's one sun in the sky, two suns, no suns. We don't know. Maybe this is to represent a different era of a different season of Tatooine that we've not experienced before.
To Charlie's point, I mean, I'm taking an astronomy class right now. I don't know what that has to do with business law, but it's
I
required.
mean, go on.
and there's a lot of intermoving pieces. I mean, maybe.
You got to learn about it because when the moon is full, people go crazy. So you got to learn about that.
You also need to tell me why Mercury in retrograde is such a problem, please.
No, that's astrology. I'm in astronomy.
They're the same.
Wait a minute, Darius. I'm not complaining about the series. I'm complaining about the bullshit ass trailer that they gave us. That's what I'm complaining about. I haven't seen the series, so I don't know what's gonna happen. The trailer was garbage though.
Yo, Darius, you don't gotta call me out like that. I am happy about the damn trailer. I knew what they were doing. I know what they're going to do with the second trailer. I know what they're going to do with the third trailer. They can say all they want. I don't care. It's how they feel, and I feel how I feel. Honestly, they both like action more than anything. And I understand that. I respect that, because when you think of Boba Fett, when he came in on The Mandalorian, it was all action. Like, you got hints of him throughout the season 2, and then when he came in, it was pure action. There was no talking. It was, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna shoot you. I don't care what you think. And then we get this trailer, and everybody's thinking, "Oh, Boba Fett's gonna start killing shit." Nope.
Hi, Corey.
Okay, but the trailer was all talk. There wasn't much action in the trailer.
Well, that's what that's what I said in the midweek episode that we did. It's going to be like that. The first trailer is going to be just a little bit of this. The second trailer, it's going to be a heavy hitter, and third trailer, it's going to be a mixture of both. Because
I just thought that they could have done better.
To wait. Well, yeah.
Garrison, are you not
Yes.
a fan of The Sopranos, The Godfather, Goodfellas? Are you not a fan of kind of American sort of mafia?
Oh no, I'm definitely keen for that. I was about to say this earlier. I'm definitely keen for the whole like kind of underworld criminal like organization thing. I think that part will be really cool and something we haven't seen in Star Wars a lot. Well, we've seen Jabba the Hutt, but now we kind of get to see the intricacies of it.
Yeah,
we
I
get
think
to,
I'm really excited for that.
And so I am keen for that. That'll be cool. I guess it just wasn't what I was expecting.
That's fair.
What was that,
it
Baby
happens.
Yoda? Baby Yoda said it sucks too. He said the trailer was garbage.
To be fair, though, I guess. To be fair, though, I guess what. I guess what I was expecting was kind of like a rogue, a rogue bounty hunter. But I guess we kind of already have that with Mandalorian. So I guess it's a good thing they're kind of taking it this direction. But I still would have liked to see more badass, like, I'm the boss, listen to me, rather than I will lead out of respect.
I think it's
Garrison, I have
a
a question.
really...
I'm lagged out again. I'm lagging out. I'm sorry, Charlie. You were saying first. I'm gonna let you
No
go.
issue. Thank you. I was going to say, I think for me personally, I think it's a real step up in maturity for the character. Like, I understand that his aging is maybe a little different, and obviously he's experienced a lot and been through a lot, but this is a huge power move. This is, I'm coming in, I'm staking my claim, and anyone else who has a problem with that can die. And that is arguably the biggest level of badassery that we've seen in Star Wars in a long time. And
Okay, Garrison, is it me or did we hear Din Djarin's voice in the beginning of that damn trailer?
I don't remember. Should I watch it again?
there is
That's how much you didn't like it, huh?
when the
Ouch.
Azurian is speaking, his voice that he's using through his translator sounds incredibly like Pedro Pascal.
Yes, and I was sitting there and I was like, because he sat there and popped off and he was like, "You're a bounty hunter," and I was like, "Well, if that's Din Djarin, so are you, buddy." That's the pot calling the kettle black. Like, get out of here.
Would also like to raise Darius's point about, did you see how in Mando he has no eyebrows and now he does? Our king finally has eyebrows.
Kyle pulled this up.
Yep.
He pulled this up. Back to tanks do amazing things.
Oh,
But you know what and after I said that, I thought about it, I said, what the hell was going on with Kylo Ren? He had the big scar on his face, and he could have just used some Bacta and just cleared that right on up. Like, why would you leave that there?
Kyle. No. The scar is part of the story arc. He must keep the scar to remain evil.
There's a story arc?
It just looks stupid.
Shut up. Shut up. So, is it time to move on to the bracket? Because I have done some revising and I have a set of rules that I would like to go through with everybody. Right. Number one, as there are only 4 of us, there may be occasions where it's a split decision. If it is a split decision and nobody can persuade anybody else, we are leaving it to the Force. I have a coin with a blue side and a red side,
Oh,
and I
wow.
will flip it, and it goes to the Force.
Okay.
I can just call on Addison in here, and she can be our tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, fair,
Just-
fair.
She'll just listen to me. I'm just kidding. No, the coin is a good idea. The coin is a good idea. That's probably more
Hey,
fair.
Using your
Baby
white
Yoda's the
privilege.
I
fifth.
don't know.
Baby Yoda's the fifth. I mean,
I don't
not
know.
baby.
Why
A
would
little
Jed
Vader's
across
the
from me?
little Vader's the fifth. That's why I brought him on the show today. He's the fifth. So whatever he says, go.
The
I
Force.
don't have Dave.
The
I don't
Force.
have
He is
Dave.
the Force.
I like the Force. I like the Force. That was a good one, Charlie. That's fair.
He
Thank
most of the
you.
time he disagrees with me anyway. So y'all might want him on y'all's time.
Rule number 2. I have added back in a selection of non-Force users, and this is why, before you all go off at me. In line with the Star Wars canon, there exists a martial art called Teras Kasai, which was developed by Darth Maul to defend against Force users. Martial art that allowed you to dodge, like, Force attacks, Force lightning. Darth Maul was trained in it. Kira was trained in it. So we are using the rule that if you're a non-Force user, you have some ability to defend yourself.
So you're talking about Terakasi, right?
Yeah, Teras Kasai. I think I pronounced it incorrectly. My apologies. Rule number 3. Standard weapons for each character. If you've got a lightsaber, you've got a lightsaber. If you've got a stormtrooper blaster, you've got a stormtrooper blaster.
Okay.
To the death in a standard 72 by 45 meter gladiator arena. Completely flat. No, you said you wanted measurements, so I gave you measurements.
No, it's good.
Hey, no, I ain't even mad. That was impressive. Is there going to be a pit that opens up in the middle and you just kick them into
No.
it if all else fails?
So you said 72 by 45 meter, yeah?
Yeah. Do you comprehend? Is meters okay? I think that's right.
Yeah, I understand meters.
A
I
meter is
agree with
3.5
Darius.
feet.
There are
Yeah.
36 entrants, and I have a randomized wheel to match up the pairs. If
All right.
everybody's ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, I'm excited. Our first contestant in the death arena is our king, our icon, Boba Fett,
Oh, okay.
versus, oh my god,
Yes!
Scared.
versus Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka, boom, easy.
Oh, Ahsoka! Oh.
I think experience-wise, Boba got the experience, but I don't think he can beat Ahsoka. Ahsoka's dope.
Yeah. Wait,
Hey,
when Ahsoka? I guess that's when. Are we talking about like
Yeah,
live
there's
action kind of badass Ahsoka? Or
The
like,
other rule I wanted to
early Clone Wars?
imply is that each character is at their most powerful.
yeah,
Oh,
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
so
Yeah,
yeah, Ahsoka.
that's
Ahsoka.
fair. That's a nice.
Maybe
clean
if you
answer,
gave
everybody.
Boba like Slave 1 or
Or the
Boba Fett Starship,
Darksaber.
I'm so sorry. Don't cancel. Oh, my God. But if you gave him Slave 1, he might have a chance. But yeah,
Yeah,
Damn it!
Ahsoka.
Why would you do this to me?
Ahsoka.
That's a
Hey, yeah, look
terrible
at-
first round for Boba Fett.
look up Darius's comment.
Okay.
Which one?
I do.
Obi-Wan with the Mandalorian armor.
Yes,
he'd be
yes, this one.
unstoppable.
Oh,
Oh, he'd be unstoppable. Oh,
Where's
man.
that at? I didn't see that.
It's a little. It's
Oh, it's
towards the top
Right
corner,
there.
somewhere. Right there.
no. I was talking about the.
Yeah.
Oh, next up, hailing from Dathomir, we have Darth Maul
Yes.
versus. I need a drum roll.
Where if you say Obi-Wan would be
Versus-
pissed.
Versus hailing from Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon.
Ooh.
Versus
Oh.
Darth Maul. Darth Maul.
Oh,
Darth Maul all
Maul-
day.
So Moff
would-
Gideon solo, yeah. He doesn't have like command of people.
No, it's one-on-one.
Yeah, Darth
So
Maul.
at
Darth
his
Maul.
at Moff
That's not even-
Gideon's hold on. At Moff Gideon's all power, he has the Darksaber, right? He'd still get his
Yep.
ass kicked. Maul wouldn't even have to touch him.
Yeah. Maul all
That was
day long.
clean and easy then. I appreciate that one. Next up, we have hailing from. I have the list in front of me. I'm so sorry. Hailing from parts unknown, Darth Bane
Okay.
Oh, what is that planet?
versus hailing from Muriel. We have Ponkrell.
Darth Bane.
Darth
Bane. Fuck Krell. He's dying. He's dying
There's
instantly.
Jeez.
Yeah. Especially
I
at
can't-
Bane's
you've
most
seen the
powerful when he
Clone
got
Wars.
the
Hey,
when he got
as
the
much as you
armor and-
hate him. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle. That's my bad.
Yeah. Bane, when he's like in full, when he got all the little crustacean things on him and everything, the lightsabers can't cut through and all that. No, yeah, there ain't no way. I don't think there's too many people out there that could beat Darth Bane, period.
Yeah.
Not at his full power, no.
And
Definitely not
Next-
Ponkrell,
CJ,
fuck bitch.
I understand why you hate Ponkrell, but you have to be fair. He created an awesome series of episodes. Like those were some of the best episodes. In the Clone Wars.
I am a Clone Trooper fan through and through. That man will die every time I see him in my in an episode. I envision his death being more violent than what he got.
And the fact that you hate him so much shows how good of a character he was. How good of a
Yes,
villain
there
he was.
there are some
Those are
villains
fun.
in some TV shows that their death was a lot more satisfying to me because I've been waiting for it. So yeah, I think that's great writing that you can make somebody hated so much. But
Yeah,
it
well,
wouldn't aid the story.
fanboy obelisks. Yep, you're right. Yeah, they are called obelisks.
He looks ugly as flip when he's in them, though.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
terrible looking.
Next
But-
up.
He just doesn't look cool.
Looks like you're gonna die.
Next up in the death arena, we have hailing from Coruscant, the Peacemaker Qui-Gon Jinn, versus our favorite hairy friend and companion from the forests of Kashyyyk, Chewbacca.
Qui-Gon. Let's
Qui-Gon.
go.
Yeah.
You think
Qui-Gon
so?
got a lightsaber, man. What are you talking about? A Wookiee? A Wookiees can't
Go
beat a
from-
lightsaber.
Yeah.
And
He
the
go from-
Force.
to-
There ain't no way. Yeah, it's just one chop. It's done. It's over with.
That's so fine. I gotta give it to Qui-Gon, but if you would have put Chewie against anybody else, I think Chewie's got it. But with Qui-Gon Jinn being the master that he is, it's Qui-Gon. Anybody else, I would be like, With Qui-Gon, it's like, oh shit, that's a good one. Yeah, Qui-Gon. Damn it. Sorry, Chewie.
Next up, from the planet of Ryloth, often considered one of the greatest lightsaber combatants in the history of Star Wars, Ayla Secura, versus I can't make up a name for her off the top of my head. Hailing from Dathomir, a Ventress.
Oh, shit.
Oh wow! Hey, that's
We are
a
talk-
great
yeah, I
one.
was gonna say.
I want to give it to
Amongst
Asajj
yourselves.
because she was trained by Count Dooku, who was one of the greatest lightsaber duelists to literally be in the Jedi Temple.
He wasn't that great.
Bro,
Anakin killed him
Ayla
like he wasn't shit.
Secura
So
died
Anakin,
like a lord.
Anakin also perfected his craft through and through. He'd rather do that than any force training any day. Anakin was a whole different breed of the lightsaber duelist.
Who was the first one again? Who'd you say?
Ayla Secura
Ayla
versus
Secura.
Asai Ventress.
Yeah, she. I just can't get over how she died. You know what I mean? In episode 3, she just it was really easy to take her down. It seemed like.
But you also got to remember too that they wasn't expecting that shit. So they
Hell
just
no.
they were just sitting there like, yeah, we winning. Oh yeah, go
But I
fight
mean,
battle. Wow, and just got shot in the back and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shot out of the air by the people that you're fighting with.
But here's my thing: Keanu Mundi realized right before, so he was able to defend himself for at least a little bit. You know what I mean? He was able to turn
He was
around
also a
and kind of sense it.
sociopath.
No,
Okay,
he's awful.
so
But then
everyone's final
Ayla
vote.
Secura just nothing.
I think personally my vote would go with Asai. Asajj.
yeah, I'll go with
Asajj.
Is that the
Ventress.
general consensus?
I'm
That
going
is
with
absolutely
Asajj.
fair.
Yeah, I'm going with Ventress.
Next up, from the planet of Dorin, our favourite Master Jedi, Plo Koon, versus another incredibly iconic Jedi from the planet of Miriel, Barris.
Barris is dying, hands down. She got
Okay,
wrecked by
yeah.
Ahsoka.
But I don't know.
A young Ahsoka.
Ooh.
This is the thing. Plo Koon, all you gotta do is use the Force, snatch off his mask. He's gonna drop dead. He can't breathe. He can't breathe regular air. So you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to really fight that dude really hard. Just snatch his mask off and he's dead. So it just depends. I don't think Barris could beat him just for the simple fact of Barris is not like that smart in the
not
Force
that-
and. Yeah, she's not all that, so I don't think she could beat him. But like somebody that's really talented, like a real good Force user, or somebody that's been in the game for a while that knows the Force and everything. All they gotta do is start fighting him with the lightsaber and then snatch his mask off with the Force, and he's dead.
Darius did make a point that Barris survives Order 66, in fairness, and outlives the entire Empire. Yeah, probably because nobody cared about her. She was just like...
Well, she was in a cell. It's not too hard to survive when you're in a cell. You know what I'm saying? You're just chilling.
You use the Force, like she had an easy cop out immediately as soon as they opened the cell to kill her.
Yeah, all she had to do was use the
Force
Force, push
forward.
everybody back, and run off. That's not
Yep.
that hard. Yeah, no, that's no. Yeah.
Okay, so are we
Plo Koon
going
is
with...
Plo Koon could have survived if he wasn't like he was flying a ship. He couldn't really use his Force and use abilities, I think.
Does everyone have a final vote, Kyle?
What?
Plo
I said
Koon.
Plo Koon, yeah.
Plo Koon,
yeah.
CJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plo Koon,
Yeah.
Plo Koon, fair enough. Next up, from the planet of Mandalore, we have Pre Vizsla versus all the way from Sereno, Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
Dooku.
Not Dooku.
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 That was
Yeah.
nice and easy. Then, next up, we have the most aggressive member of the Bad Batch, as decided by Lightsaber Radio, Crosshair, versus Ezra Bridger.
Crosshair.
Ezra. Crosshair don't have the Force, and he's in a 75-foot or 75-meter by 45-meter area. He don't have a far enough area to shoot, and he don't have a lightsaber. Ezra got a lightsaber and a gun. It's all built into one. He gonna stun him and then cut him down. That's it. It's done.
CJ?
And we're talking about peak performance Ezra. We're not
Yes.
talking about young Ezra that gets
Nope,
picked
we're
up by
talking
Kanan.
peak
We're talking about
performance.
peak performance. And I'm sorry, I don't like Crosshair. I'm going Ezra.
Ezra.
Fair enough. Does that mean I think I'd have to go with Ezra as well. Oh,
Ezra's
this is getting interesting.
he's a Padawan. He at the end he was like at the end of Rebels. Ezra was pretty dope. Ezra was not. I mean, he stood his ground against Vader for about 3 seconds, which was pretty good. You know.
Yeah. For most, yeah.
He fought with Thrawn. Ezra was doing some dope stuff by the end. He withstanded the Emperor. He has withstanded Palpatine's shit. You know what I'm saying? His mind shit and fucking with him. So I think, I have to go with Ezra. It has to be Ezra. Ezra's not a bad little Jedi dude. He ain't dope, but he ain't bad.
Yo, Darius, I completely agree. Better than Cal Kestis.
Speaking of Cal Kestis, next
Well, we
up,
haven't seen Cal's peak yet, so.
true. Next up, we have the iconic purple lightsabered Mace Windu versus Cal
Don't say
Kestis.
Cal. Oh,
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
I don't care how badass they make Cal in the next one. It's flipping Mace
Okay,
Windu. That's ridiculous.
which one of them? Like, cause y'all know I ain't into video games. Which one is it in the little video thing that like disintegrates all the stormtroopers? Like uses the Force and just disintegrates everybody. It's in one of the video games, or one of the short films that
That's
was made
Force
out of the video.
I think that's Force Unleashed. That's not Cal. That's
That's
Who's
Cal's
the-
Malik. I
That's
didn't.
Star Killer.
Yeah.
That's Star Killer. Okay, yeah, okay.
He was originally included, but I switched him out for someone else.
Yeah, 'cause
After
Why?
much discussion. Because he's not
I think
technically
Star-
canon.
Yeah, he's not canon. The games are cool, but they just didn't like stick with the story that well.
Ah,
Well, everybody's gonna have a rude awakening because I don't think Legends and Canon's gonna be. They're gonna be the same right here in about 5 years. They're about to merge all that shit together. Watch, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. They're on
Yeah,
the
they're
way
gonna
to
get
doing
desperate. They're gonna get desperate.
I understand where Darius is coming from. He was the original concept of Luke Skywalker. Yeah, so just him and Luke don't necessarily mesh in the same universe. You know what I mean? It's one storyline or the other. They don't necessarily fit together, I don't think.
then, if we are decided on Windu, we shall move on. Next up on the list, we have from the planet of Aquatona, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, versus everybody's favorite smuggler, Han Solo.
Why?
Y'all went who? Wait, say that again.
Oh,
Din
no.
Djarin versus Han Solo.
I
Dang,
think if we're
Han
doing the arena fight, I think, dang, Han Solo's gonna lose.
yeah, Han Solo's dead. He gonna get killed.
I hate to say that. But
Nope.
So that's
You
two
already
for
took
Jin.
Boba from me.
Han Solo's a crook. He's not a fighter. That dude, he fights because
Yeah.
he has to. He's not. He's more. He might be able to swindle his way out of an ass whooping, but he ain't gonna win in a fight against anybody with no real skill.
Yeah, this is a straight up one-on-one fight. Han Solo can't use any of his trickery or any of his
No.
schemes.
CJ,
It's a
I'm
one-on-one
sorry.
fight. and
It's
Jin
3
wins.
against 1. I'm sorry. Bye-bye, Han
fine.
Solo. Bye-bye. Next up, we have from the planet of Glee Anselm, everybody's favorite green man, Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
Versus Palpatine.
Versus not versus Palpatine. Versus Supreme Leader Mego Emo Boy Kylo Ren.
Kit Fisto.
Kid Fisto.
Kit Fisto.
I'm sorry. Are we?
He wa-
I'm
he-
talking like
the-
full-powered
Yeah. Hell
maniac,
no.
dark side.
Kid Fisto was
Kid
dope with a
Fisto?
saber.
Bro, Kylo
Kit
Ren was a
Fisto
punk.
I'm sorry.
Kit
I'm
Fisto
going
was
with
the
Kylo
greatest
Ren.
martial artist in the Jedi Temple. In the temple. And on top of that, he was one of the greatest lightsaber duelists, too.
Yeah.
Kylo don't got shit except for crying, screaming, and a cool-looking lightsaber. He's a crybaby with a lightsaber.
Yeah, the reason
God.
Kylo Ren was so badass and powerful because he was the only guy who knew how to use the Force. Like, of course, normal people are gonna think he's scary.
Yeah, that's just no. Yeah,
Damn
it's Kid Fisto all the way.
Oh,
He's a
I'm
beast.
outvoted.
Kid Fisto's one of my favorite Jedi, so that wasn't hard.
I
to
have
choose
his
anyway.
lightsaber. I kind of think he has this win.
Kylo, I'm sorry, Kylo was missed potential. He could have been so good, but he's missed potential.
Come on, Kylo got beat by Rey like 3 times. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think I've got
Just
the
missed
energy
potential.
to
and couldn't beat Finn. Like he
couldn't even beat
barely
Finn.
beat Finn.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
barely beat Finn.
Picks it up. What's his glow
He had to do
stick?
it.
And, like he's holding his own against Kylo.
Yeah,
Like
Fair
literally,
enough.
he had to do.
Fisto
Kylo had
moves
to do a
through.
dirty Darth Maul move.
Well, next up we have from the planet of Tatooine, Boba Fett's right-hand woman, Fennec Shand, versus from parts unknown, arguably the most powerful seventh sister to have ever lived, Trilla Siduri.
Trilla.
Trilla. I mean, she does have that spinning lightsaber.
yeah, I'd have to say Trilla.
Trilla.
God damn.
Because Fennec Shand ain't going to hold her own very long against somebody that can use the Force. That's just, I mean, a non-Force user versus a Force user, they might be able to do it for a little bit, but the Force user is going to win. As soon as they start using the Force, it's over. You can just throw somebody like 900 feet away, catch your breath, relax for a minute, wait for them to come back, do it again a few times, just play with them, play cat and mouse with them, and then just cut them down.
Yeah, if you gave me like Boba could probably hold his own against her, but not Fennec.
Yeah, because Boba got Beskar, so you can't cut
Yeah,
through Beskar with a
exactly. That's what I'm
lightsaber. So you
saying,
can, I mean, look
Yeah.
at Obi-Wan had a hard time with Boba's dad,
Django.
so Django. So, you know what I'm saying, when you got Beskar, it's a big difference, than when you just can't, it's just, but even with Beskar, sooner or later, the Force is going to win. Because in reality, if anybody was really smart, like, like there's been in some of the books, a lot of Force users just crush the Beskar around. They use the Force to crush the Beskar around the person inside the Beskar. So they wouldn't even have to fight. They just start crushing the metal. And and then they die. Because the Force is more powerful than Beskar, lightsaber, all that shit. So, I mean, look, Palpatine didn't even have to use a lightsaber. That dude just electrocute your ass and, you know what I'm saying? You're done.
I would like to point out that Trilla was defeated by Cal Kestis, and we chose not to move Cal through versus Windu. But if the
Yeah.
agreement is that it's Trilla, then it's Trilla. Next up,
Go ahead.
No,
It's
honestly.
okay. It's just an unpopular opinion, so I'll just let it go.
Baby, say it. Have the space. Say it.
I think Fennec's overrated.
Oh, that might have been a reach. That might have been a reach there.
Fennec does have hands because she was giving it to what's this? God damn man. Okay, never mind. Shut up, Kyle. Brain's not working.
Next up, we have recently added to the Star Wars canon, hailing from the planet of Doralia, Revan versus everybody's favorite four-armed menace, General Grievous.
Revan! Let's go.
Oh, Revan. Hands down. Revan would literally use two fingers and crush his armor. There would be no
Revan's
chance.
getting pretty far in this one, honestly. Revan's getting pretty far in this.
Shit. I think if you was really gonna go down to it to the very end, it's gonna be Revan versus Bane. Because
Real talk.
that's the two most powerful Force users and abilities that there is. I mean, Revan and Bane are both dope as shit.
But
Now, hey, question. Now, is there somebody outside of the ring using battle meditation to help the other person? Because if that's happening, some people's gonna die.
No.
Rey doesn't
No,
get
there
all
is
the
no
Jedi
outside
behind her either, just so you know.
Shit. So, we agree that it's Revan. Next up. I'll be honest with you, these last few are pretty sticky. Next up, we have from the planet of Tatooine, everybody's favorite farm boy, Luke Skywalker,
Yeah.
versus my queen, my icon, my hero, Rey Skywalker.
Luke.
Rey, undetermined last name, Luke.
Okay, wait a minute. Are we talking about Rey at the peak of her power when she beat
We are
Palpatine?
I am
Bro,
talking
it's
like
Luke.
Chanel Boots Skywalker at his most powerful versus
And are
most
we
powerful
and,
Rey.
and did we decide that we were going with Legends Luke because he's way doper than Canon
No,
Luke?
canon Luke. Canon only.
It's
We
still
don't
going to be
know what
Luke.
he did in
If it's-
canon, though.
I-
Other
if-
than
if
what he
it's-
did in the
money
movie.
on Acto.
if lightsaber wise, like fighting with a lightsaber, I'd give it to Luke. If it's going by force ability, I'm giving it to Rey because at her peak of her power, Rey was flying and shit. Luke couldn't fly. You know, Rey was pretty dope. You know what I'm
am
saying?
really
I give that to
sorry,
just poor writing.
I am
Yeah.
all of the Jedi Rey is god tier. Literally,
that-
like you can't. She is the most. I'm sorry, my vote's going with Rey. Do we have a split decision?
Luke.
No, because I'm still gonna pick Luke because I don't like Rey. But
CJ, please.
Well, I was just stating some
Please.
obvious facts.
Luke motherfucking Skywalker.
I
The real
hate
Skywalker.
all of you. I hate all of you.
Yeah. Will the real Skywalker please stand up?
Because this is the thing, Luke even in canon, they let Luke force project. That's one of the traces of Legends Luke. So with his force projection, he could just become like 9 people and she wouldn't even know who to hit and he'd just cut her down. You know what I'm saying? That's just so no matter how powerful she is, trickery is still always the best, and that's an ability that he has in canon now. They brought it out in the movies. So it would be Luke.
Well, we are down to our final two. Up next from the planet of Stujon, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi versus everyone's favorite little green frog from parts unknown, Yoda.
Yoda.
No.
Who the
Obi-Wan's
heck?
Why you
dead.
gotta do this?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's dead.
Yoda.
Yoda.
So sad.
Yoda's force ability is
Sad.
way, way better, and his lightsaber form is way, way better. Even with Obi-Wan being a defensive fighter, he ain't gonna be able. Yoda's just too fast. That's all there is to it.
Yoda just has way more power in the Force. Yoda's just Yoda, man.
Come on, there's a
So-
reason that he's the head of the Jedi Order. There's a reason behind that.
Yeah. Flip, take Yoda's lightsaber away. He's still probably gonna win.
Yeah.
Garrison and Kyle say Yoda. CJ?
Darius, you're crazy if you say Kenobi's gonna beat Yoda.
You know what, Darius? I'm going with Kenobi just because you said that.
Oh, this is the thing. I think we're going to finally have to use the coin because I think Kenobi would win.
What? Y'all are crazy.
Hold on.
What is your argument for Kenobi? I just want to hear it. Like, let me
Right.
just give me a cohesive argument.
Right. Yoda struggled against Palpatine. Next point. Obi-Wan Kenobi, despite being on the defense the majority of the fight, he was still clever enough and fast enough to beat Anakin at arguably one of his most powerful points in the films. He is an intelligent, smart fighter. He beat Grievous with one lightsaber versus 4. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of the most OP. Also, he beat Darth Vader in 3 moves. He can turn himself into a Force ghost. Man is incredibly powerful. I think he'd have Yoda done in seconds.
This is the thing, though. Even in the
Can I
movie,
say something?
go ahead.
He beat Maul. Yoda trained him after he left when the order was dismantled due to Order 66. Gave him all the training techniques that he needed to study on Tatooine by himself. So you're
That's to
telling
become
me,
a Force ghost, though.
that we know of. That's the thing.
That's what's stated. So that's what's stated. So that's what we have to go off of.
We don't
Yeah,
know
until the
what
Kenobi
he was
series
taught.
comes out. Until the
And they
Kenobi series comes out and shows us something more from Kenobi, it's gonna be Yoda, I think.
Dude, this is the thing.
Kenobi
Okay, here
or
goes
Yoda?
my argument. This is what I'm saying. Yoda told him, "You are not powerful enough to beat the Emperor." That's why he didn't go fight the Emperor. That's why Yoda went to go fight the Emperor. Right there. That tells you right there. Yoda already knew that there was no possible way. There was a possibility that he could beat Anakin. There was no possibility that he could beat Palpatine. So, right there, that tells you Yoda already knew you can't beat him. I can beat him. You can't beat him. So let me go ahead and take care of this because I'll whoop your ass and his ass. That's just basically what he told him. You ain't powerful enough to go fight, to go against the Emperor. I need to do it. That right there. Yoda already knew that he couldn't beat him, so that's why Yoda went to go do it.
I
And
got our decision maker right here. She just said it. She's with you boys on this. My woman says
I already know.
Yoda.
Yoda is dope. And then if you think about Yoda at the most powerful time when he was younger and he was more agile and he was like 100 times faster than he is now or what he was at the end of the movies, like Yoda was super dope. Like Yoda was
She
super
made a
duper
very
dope.
good point. So she pulled up, like if I was teaching her how to do concrete, she's not going to learn every little nick and trick that I personally know because I'm not going to want to give away my secrets. Yoda, same thing. He's not going to give everything he knows to Kenobi.
Oh,
And
I'd
Kenobi
actually
was-
disagree with that.
And Kenobi was actually like Yoda. This thing, Yoda worked with all the Jedis, but Obi-Wan was actually trained by Qui-Gon. He wasn't trained by Yoda. He was trained by Qui-Gon. Ain't nobody in the Jedi, like, if we're going off of canon, ain't nobody in the Order, except for maybe Mace Windu, gonna whoop Yoda's ass.
Agreed.
That's just, it's not going to happen. Yoda is like, dude, first off, he's 1 foot fucking tall. You know how hard it is to hit something that small?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Kenobi
saying?
would fucking step on him and that'd be the end of it.
You got to catch him first. And you gotta think about it. When he was fighting Dooku and shit, he was slow. He was already old. Imagine when he was at the height of his power. When he was like really, really fast, like super fast, and his force ability, he's all old as shit. He's like 800 years old. By the time Luke gets there, he's 900 years old, man. This dude is old as shit, and he was whooping fucking, he was whooping everybody, you know what I'm saying, at 900 years old. So just imagine what he did in his prime when he was at the height of his ability. There wasn't nobody messing with Yoda. Yoda is still the fastest person to ever get to a Grandmaster of the thing. And there's a reason behind that.
Do we have a split decision?
Actually,
Is it
Qui-Gon was
2002?
trained by
Dooku.
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 Yeah.
And Dooku was trained by Yoda.
Yep.
So, CJ, are you changing your answer?
Yeah, I think my
Oh,
woman made a
damn.
very valid
Damn
point.
it, damn it, damn it. I was so excited to use the coin. Last on our list, which I think is going to be the most spicy one, we have, hailing from the desert planet of Tatooine, Anakin Skywalker versus the Emperor, the living god, Sheev Palpatine.
That's hard as shit.
Yep.
Wow.
My problem is, okay, I don't think we've even seen Palpatine's full potential. You know what I mean? Like, because he's so behind the scenes with everything, we don't even know what he's capable of.
Oh, Sheev Palpatine, babe. Love him.
I would, just because I watched, I don't know, it's hard because if you go like to, you know, Anakin's overall potential and where Anakin was at before he became Vader, Anakin was pretty dope. I mean, he did the light side sister and the dark side brother. He did them like some punks, and they were like the epitome of the light and dark side. His lightsaber form was dope, but Palpatine took out Maul and Savage like it wasn't shit. Like Palpatine done took out everybody he fought. He took out Yoda. You know, his force ability is super dope. His lightsaber skills, I mean, he almost beat Mace. I mean, he was close. Mace got him, but he was holding his own. That's hard. That's super hard. I'd have to go with, if I really had to pick, I'd have to go with Palpatine. I think Palpatine could beat Anakin. At Palpatine's prime, yeah.
I would argue that Corey raises a good point that Vader defeated Palpatine, and we agree that Anakin was more powerful than Vader is.
Yeah, Anakin's more powerful than Vader, but I don't think.
He's
the
more
only reason,
powerful than Palpatine at his peak.
but
What is
I don't
Palpatine's
think that.
peak, though?
But
We
you
don't
also
know.
You also got to understand too. Palpatine is like, okay, so the whole basis of Bane's philosophy was that the Force is like a battery. The more people you have draining on that battery, the less power you're going to have. So you got Anakin and all these light side users, and Anakin was still strong as shit. But then you have Palpatine. It's just Palpatine and whoever his apprentice is, whoever else is using the dark side. So he got way more power. So if you're going off of Force, like just using the Force, Palpatine all day. But if you're going off of lightsaber wise, I don't know. Anakin's dope with a lightsaber, you know. Anakin's super dope with a lightsaber. So it's kind of hard, but I still think Palpatine would get Anakin. And the only reason Vader beat Palpatine is because he grabbed him from behind and threw him down a damn hole. You know what I'm saying? That's not too hard to do when you get. It's like sucker punching somebody. I can knock out just about anybody I hit if I sucker punch them. You know what I'm saying? But if we're in a heads-up fight, I'm not probably going to knock him out with one punch. So that's the same scenario. You know, he caught Palpatine off guard. Palpatine wasn't expecting for his apprentice to turn on him and throw him down a hole. He grabbed him from the back. You know, he basically sucker punched him. So that Vader didn't really kill Palpatine. That was just some bullshit.
CJ, thoughts and feelings?
Honestly, I I'm gonna have to give it to Palpatine.
Fair. Garrison?
He learned a lot from Plagueis. He learned a lot on his own. He was a very, very adamant on Sith, artifacts and everything else. I mean, I believe Palpatine through and through has got it. Like, don't get me wrong, Anakin. See, that's where I'm in, like, it's hard to pick, but I had to pick it. I had to pick Palpatine. Palpatine can manipulate. He'll say things during the battle that'll piss Anakin and throw Anakin completely off.
See, this was one of my other rules. It was, like, ideally sort of no emotions, no sort of real, just, like, literally skill versus skill.
But Anakin without emotions isn't a good fighter. He fights behind that.
Neither is Palpatine, because Palpatine is going to use hatred and emotion.
Yeah, that
That's
basically
what
takes
powers.
out every Sith. Yeah.
Because that's basically they
enough.
fight off of their emotions. That's how they draw from the dark side, is through their emotions.
So, are we all agreed that Palpatine would win? Because I think I would have to go with
If you
Palpatine.
if you give me Darth Vader, I think Darth Vader might be able to take Palpatine.
Yeah.
Hands up, one
Because
on
I
one.
think I think
Hell
Darth
no.
Vader's better than Anakin.
All you would have to do is electrocute him, and Vader's done.
Yeah, this is the thing. If this was versus Vader, all it would take is some Force lightning, his circuits would fry, and then he'd stop breathing, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah, that's done.
I think
You
we're
know what I'm saying?
underestimating Vader.
Vader's.
I will always stand by Vader, but when it's Anakin, I think Palpatine wins.
So, we have our final list, ladies and gentlemen, to move on to the next round, which I think we will do next week. Would you guys like to hear the final list?
Yeah.
Next up, in our versus Star Wars Death Arena, we will have Ahsoka, Darth Maul, Bane, Qui-Gon Jinn, Asai Ventress, Plo Koon, Count Dooku, Ezra, Mace Windu, Din Djarin, Kit Fisto, Trilla Siduri, Revan, Luke Skywalker, Yoda, and Palpatine.
Revan and Bane is going to the end.
Man,
Yeah,
Unless they got to fight each other
I
before
think
the
that's a
end.
really interesting mix.
Because I don't know, because Palpatine might be able to beat Bane, because if he electrocutes Bane, which I don't know, Bane can shoot lightning from all directions. So Bane is super dope. Bane can shoot lightning he can draw lightning from different areas. He don't have
Where
to
do you
shoot it
think
from the palms of his
Palpatine
hand.
learned everything, though?
Yeah, but that's not even something.
It's got to be.
That's not even
Yeah,
something
okay.
that Bane taught what's her face, his apprentice. Bane didn't teach her that. But she knew Sith sorcery, so it just depends. Not everybody
right.
That's gifts. Everybody has a dark side gift. So they have a specific gift that is given to them or gifts that their special abilities in the dark side are. So like Bane's ability was force lightning. That dude he could draw force lightning from all directions. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to come from his hands. So that made Bane super dope. But force lightning is what ultimately fucks Bane up, because Bane gets, when he electrocutes himself, when they put that force ball around him in the book, he fries himself, and that's why they have to take off the obelisk, or the however you say, orbelisk, or whatever the fuck they're called. They have to take that off of him because he's dying, because they basically held all the electricity in his body and just like fried his body, and he wasn't able to heal himself. So, or they weren't able to heal him because they were all dead on his body. So that's why they had to take him off of him. But so force lightning is his weakness. So Palpatine is pretty dope at force lightning. So I mean, but then you got Revan. Revan, one of the only people that went to the dark side and came back to the light that can still use force lightning. So but I don't know. It's gonna come down to those three in the end. I don't think anybody's messing with those three. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be down to those three.
There we go then. I have really enjoyed this segment, and I am excited to return to it next week. But I think it's time for news and rumors. News and rumors.
Press it. Press the button.
Press it. Press it.
The Ultimate News and Rumors.
Oh, I have got some stuff to get through this week. Does anybody else want to jump in? CJ, go ahead.
Hallmark dropped a new line of Star Wars Christmas ornaments. I know we're in November, but I saw this.
Too soon. Yeah, November.
I saw this and had to say something because
Beginning of
you
November.
have to order them online.
You have to wait till after
So they
Thanksgiving.
have
No.
so they have
If-
they have Babu Frick and red-eyed C-3PO. Grogu on top of a stormtrooper helmet. Old Ben Kenobi on a Death Star platform with his lightsaber out.
I'm gonna cry.
Darth Vader reaching out like he's force choking you. The Millennium Falcon. And that's it. That's all they have so far. They're supposed to be dropping more.
How very festive.
Right. Geek Apply Cute. It's a company, obviously. They have a great Instagram. They sell jewelry. They sell shirts. Accessories. They dropped Fennec Shand earrings. For toy wise, I have a lot of toys right now.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of toys as well. Bring Home the Bounty was particularly juicy this week.
Yes. They dropped a 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Star Wars, the first Clone Wars, like that before Clone Wars dropped, but that pre-Clone Wars. They have General Grievous and I believe like 6 other figures. I didn't really catch all the figures. I just saw Grievous and was like, yes.
They've been doing loads of the minifigure re-releases.
Yes. Cork Cycle dropped a C-3PO shaker and an R2-D2 cup. They dropped another Christmas thing. I forgot I liked this. It's Grogu in a Christmas outfit. It's got the Mudhorn. It's all red, so his robe is red instead of the tan. He's got a little scarf on, and he's got it's really festive, and it comes with a pillow.
I already have a small collection of Star Wars Christmas ornaments. There is no reason why I can't add any more.
So I got to talk to a rep at GameStop yesterday when I went into GameStop.
The rep that was supposed to be on a guest on the show.
Nope. I met another rep that is actually consistent with me. He showed me the new line of shirts coming out. He showed me the 3 new Bad Batch shirts they're getting. And the 4 new shirts, Mandalorian and Boba Fett shirts they're dropping through GameStop.
Take my money.
He also explained the Rancor, the price for the Rancor. Do you guys want to know how much this is going to cost us?
How much?
$50.
$50.
I'm sorry.
No, $350.
Oh, $350. I'm so sorry. I think
For a shirt?
out.
Am
No,
I missing
for the
something?
Rancor.
No.
I'm not paying for that.
The Black Series Rancor.
I was about to
That's
say,
not
man,
worth
for a
it at all.
t-shirt, even for a toy,
And it
$350. That's
And it comes with a special edition Gamorrean guard that comes with a silver coin.
I was going to talk about that. That's a really nice addition. There's some really cool photos of the Rancor holding the Gamorrean.
Is a silver coin worth $300?
Probably not.
Is it like real silver? So it's $300 worth of silver? Like,
They are re-dropping the Power of the Force line, and we're getting Leia at Yavin 4 Celebration, where she's got a medal.
I've seen that.
It's
It's
amazing.
so beautiful.
Oh, yes. The Queen. They're dropping, obviously, vintage collection style Mandalorian Ahsoka. Our least favorite human being in this world, Admiral Rampart from Bad Batch.
I really thought you were going to say Jar Jar Binks, and I was about to get upset.
And I have 2 more things, and then Charlie, you can take it away.
Brilliant.
Culture Fly dropped a Galaxy Icebox It is a lunchbox that looks like you're on Hoth.
That's cute.
It's actually pretty cool, and it comes with some
I swear
accessories.
to you, I will spend my money on anything if it's Star Wars at this point. No limits.
They are Disney itself is dropping Droid Factory toys, and they're Christmas edition. So they have little Christmas outfits for R2 and R5 and C3PO.
Nice.
You put antlers on R5.
Oh,
And that is all I've got toy wise. Like I said, I'm mainly doing the toys, so
I am
I'm
going to
excited.
steal the spotlight from CJ and jump around my list a little bit. The first thing I wanted to talk about is there are some rumors from Star Wars Newsnet regarding Disney Investor Day or Disney Plus Day on the 12th of November about what we're getting. And I think it's a lot more than I expected. There are rumors we'll be getting an Obi-Wan teaser trailer,
I think it's a little bit
Yes.
early for that though.
a sizzle reel for Andor, and a behind-the-scenes sizzle reel for Boba Fett and Mando Season 3. And definitely new project announcements, including potentially something to do with the Gino Carano series that was cancelled,
Yeah,
and a Season 2 trailer for Bad Batch. Again, this is... Honestly, if all of that's true, yes.
it'd be nice, but I don't know. Only thing I guess that they could be announcing of the Gina Carano thing that they were going to do is recasting. That's the only thing that I could guess that they could do on that. They recasted her for somebody else, and they're going to announce who the new actress is that's going to play. I don't see anything else that they could really announce on that.
Yeah. I don't really like the whole idea of recasting. Honestly, just get rid of the character at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, this is supposed to
recasting
be.
is too much of a
I don't know
hassle.
if Disney. So the biggest thing with that is right now is I don't think Disney's going to do that with the way she's posting on social media and bashing them. I think Disney's going to get a little spiteful in the situation.
No, I can absolutely respect that.
Well, I think because it's for a movie, it's not, or it's for a totally different TV series spin-off from The Mandalorian, whichever one they decide to go with. I think that they might recast for that because it's not technically part of The Mandalorian, which I would figure that they would intermingle them. I'm pretty sure that they're going to intermingle Boba Fett with The Mandalorian at some point, and maybe the Bad Batch and a few other things. But if they do it just a standalone, they might recast for a standalone.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
but is there that much demand for a standalone about that character? Because I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know, it matters what Disney thinks or what what they decide to.
I'd
do. I
rather
don't
see a
think
Bo Katan standalone.
Yeah. Speaking of standalones, there is some news regarding a Star Wars animated series which focuses solely on Darth Maul. One source specifically mentions a show about his time working with Crimson Dawn.
that'd be dope.
Okay. I'm keen as flip for a standalone, but don't make it animated. Please do live action. Darth Maul deserves live action.
Maul does
We
deserve
need to
live
see him
action.
again in live action.
We need to see
I
Ray
also-
Park so badly.
He might
I
be too
also
old
would love
now.
to see Amelia
No,
Clark
he's not.
return as Kira.
Don't you say that.
We also have a little bit of episode 9 news, which I thought was quite interesting. The internet was quite a buzz about it a few days ago. Matt Smith was apparently cast in episode 9 in an unnamed role. There were rumors that he was Palpatine's son and potentially had a bigger role to play. It would have been, and I quote, transformative to Star Wars. It was a big shift in the history of the franchise. No costume, couple of meetings. Maybe I can come back, but you never know. So obviously nothing ever went with it, but
I don't know. I would be curious to see any other storylines than the one they did with. I'm not going to say anything
No,
regarding
fair.
the one they did, but there was a lot of directions they could have gone with the sequel. There's a lot of cool things that they could have done
I
that
agree.
I would be interested to hear about.
Yeah.
I agree. We also had a new book released called Queen's Hope, which adorably reveals that Anakin was having cold feet about his marriage.
I wouldn't
What?
be surprised.
He
Like-
wasn't sure if it
Okay.
was marriage or the Jedi. It was a little moment of
Oh,
Kinda
okay, I
like,
understand
that's
that.
kind of like general knowledge, though. That's like that. We seen that in the movies. He was like, "Do I stay
Yeah.
here? Do I go with my wife? What would I do?" I mean, that was like the whole thing that caused him to, basically turn to the dark side because he didn't know any other way to save Padme, and he was like, "The Jedi kind of suck, but I kind of want to be a Jedi." So that was like basically the story arc of the movies.
Wave and wave back, sweetheart. Be nice. Say hi.
We also there's been some
Rumor?
stuff regarding Star Wars Acolyte, which I thought was quite interesting. The
Oh, okay.
working title is reportedly The Paradox, set 200 years before The Phantom Menace, and the unofficial protagonist title is Aura.
So what?
Well, the antagonist. Isn't she technically bad?
She'll reverse Anakin.
No, there is so much coming out that I'm so excited for. I feel like we're really being spoiled at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see kind of because the acolyte's from like a Sith perspective. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be cool to see because that's like a Sith perspective. She's got to stay low key during the High Republic era where the Jedi are kind of in control. It's gonna be cool to see.
Well, that's what acolyte. 'Cause in a lot of the books, it's Sith acolyte. The actual word, the actual terminology is Sith acolytes, and that's where they got
Right.
it from.
Did anybody else hear the news about an Old Republic movie?
Yep.
No.
So basically,
Really?
go ahead.
Oh,
Garrison.
you can go, Kyle. No worries.
So basically, there's a rumor on StarWarsNews.net. It came out about 16 hours ago. It's rumors that Lucas developing an Old Republic movie for 2023 and moving Rogue One to 2024. And
Rogue
this
Squadron.
is going, Rogue Squadron is going to 2024, and they're going to actually bump up to this Old Republic movie. And from some sources, they're saying it's because of how well the Old Republic books are doing, the High Republic books are doing. That Disney said it might be a good idea to push Rogue Squadron back and do a movie based on the Old Republic and to show people the height of the Jedi in that time period.
I've also seen rumors about another reason they want to move the Rogue Squadron back is because they want to make sure the story's right
Yeah.
and that it's not quite there yet. And I respect that a lot. I appreciate that with movies. So, yeah. I mean, I really hope we get an Old Republic movie soon.
Oh.
Don't rush it, obviously, because Old Republic is there's such good stories there that you have to make sure it's good.
I still think they need to get Keanu Reeves to play Revan. I'm just,
Yeah, agreed. 100%.
Yeah. Hands down, 100%.
Oh man!
If
I
it
feel
doesn't
like I would
happen
be
and they get some
disappointed.
jack off to do it, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, I would
Like,
be
it's so
disappointed with
bad.
almost anybody else.
I also agree with Corey that I want live action High Republic because I am struggling to keep up with the comics and the books as much as I want to be there and invested.
That is
I'm like-
the only book series I haven't listened to.
Yeah.
it's good. I've listened to all of them. They're good.
From what
I
I've seen
keep
of the
hearing
premise,
that, but
it
I'm
looks.
so timid.
The thing about
too.
it is the only thing about it is it's kind of it's hard to invest in the story because the story is different than what we're used to. So like when the first book I listened to the first one and I'm listening to it and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get into it and it's good. Like there's a lot of action, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's exciting and everything, but it was like, okay, I don't understand the story because it's not something that you're used to. But once I got done with book one, I couldn't wait to listen to the next book and then the next book. And I think there's 3 out now, 3 or 4. And like, yeah, it's just, it just gets better and better and better. The only thing that I don't like about them is the bad guys, the whatever they're called, the 9, whatever the hell they're called, the Nyston or whatever. I can't remember their name right now, but it's just, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. I don't know. Like, dude, you would think Old Republic or High Republic time, there would be some Sith somewhere, something like I understand that they're supposed to be hidden and all this different crap, or they don't know where they're at, or whatever the situation may be. But it just seems lacking in the bad guy part, like that Nihil, whatever. They're just lacking in the bad guy part to me. Like, dude, it's just, I don't know. It just seems weird. It seems like I would much rather hear, like when the what the hell are they called? CJ and that Luke and Ben and all them is fighting in, what are they called? What are the Yuuzhan Vong? I would much rather hear
Yeah.
books about the Yuuzhan Vong than the Yuuzhan Vong seem like good bad guys. The Nihil is kind of like just some punks. It just doesn't. It's not getting me. It's hard for me to invest in these bad guys, and since I'm more of a bad guy type, I like to hear about what the bad guys are doing. It's hard for me to invest in it.
Before we jump into the impossible quiz, I am going to quickly run you guys through Bring Home the Bounty week 4. Everything was very kind of Mandalorian, Boba Fett themed again. We had some new Lego Star Wars sets, the Jewel of Mandalore, the Bad Batch attack shuttle, a really cool Boba Fett Bluetooth speaker, which I kind of love and might buy. We had
I have the Chewbacca one.
We also had some new Black Series figures. We had the Arc Trooper, Mace Windu, and Grievous. The Grievous looks fantastic.
And I have some more news for everybody. Everybody that's listening, Sway is back up. If you go to the show notes here, you can and click on my link tree. You can go to Spotify or Apple or whatever. All the episodes is back up. New episode will be out Wednesday. Next Wednesday, episode 17 or chapter 17 of Darth Vader's Ruler 2 will be up. That's all I have.
That's fair.
Yeah. Sweet.
There's also been a couple of new DK books released, including one called Be More Boba Fett. Always get the job done. A new and updated Star Wars character encyclopedia. Like we need more. A Mandalorian handbook. A huge collection of T-shirts. And some new artwork. It's all been go.
One thing that is crazy. So I got an email the other day, and this was like, I guess like there was what do you call it? There was like a influx on Google imagery of new Star Wars pictures, and it was something like 20,000 new Star Wars pictures was uploaded onto Google from somewhere last week, and it's just like all kind of new artwork that you've never seen before, like just all kind of pictures and stuff that was just posted, and they don't know who posted them, but because it's not showing up in the search, but it's just like 20,000 new Star Wars imagery was uploaded onto stuff that showed up on Google last week.
Do we need an episode about it?
We could do an episode about it. I mean, there's a lot of new pictures that I've never seen before.
I am always here for more Star Wars artwork and images. That is me done with the news. Is it time for the quiz?
Oh.
I am back in the driving seat and ready to beat all of you into a pulp.
Who was winning? Who won the last round?
I promise I'll tell you next week.
Slacker.
I'm slacking. I'm sorry. Are you ready?
My bad.
That's it. You guys get 20 questions now. I'm joking.
Oh, God.
Question number 1. At what age do Sarlaccs reach full maturity?
3 years old.
No.
20.
No. You guys
100.
are way off.
100 years old.
No.
200.
No. Oh. CJ, any guesses?
2.
2. No. They reach maturity at 30,000 years old.
Holy crap. How old is Rancor? Like 100,000 years old?
Sarlaccs.
Or
Sarlacc.
Sarlacc. Oh, I thought you said a Rancor. No,
No,
I
I
was
said
getting off.
Sarlacc.
I
Thank
thought
Oh,
you
you.
said
Rancor.
Rancor. We
Like,
know what we
hey.
want to get asked questions about this.
Question number 2. What is the full name of the Cantina Band?
The full name of the
The
Cantina Band? The
Those
Jizz
guys.
Whalers.
Yeah, the Jizz Whalers. They have a name. Their band has a name.
I thought they were called the Jizz Whalers.
No.
Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Nickelback.
Nickelback, the Jizz Whalers.
I can't say that without hurting my own heart because I am a Nickelback fan, so that kind of
Get out.
sucks.
Nickelback is dope.
But
I got one of my favorite songs.
thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why
Thank
they get
you.
so much hate, dude.
No, I don't either. I don't
They
either.
Because
have so
it-
much.
it's-
They've made so
they're-
much in the music industry.
They basically, I know I've been to more weddings that have played Nickelback than any other songs ever. Far, was it Far Away or whatever? That song gets played at every
I've
freaking
been
wedding.
to so many
Uh,
in rodeos.
Quiz. Where are my answers?
Rural Farm Boy's Googling again.
He is Googling again. And he is
Figuring
correct.
Dan and the modal nodes?
Yeah. Figuring down in the modal nodes.
what the hell?
Question.
Metal Nas.
I
That
liked
would've been better.
Nickelback better.
Question number 4. Can you name any of the Jizz instruments as seen in A New Hope played by Figuring Dan and the modal nodes?
Okay, say that one more time.
Can you name any of the instruments that are played by the Jizz band in the cantina?
Trumpet, saxophone, fiddle.
Believe it or not, they all have extremely obscure Star Wars names.
A jizz.
A Jizz. No.
A subharmonic.
No.
I have no idea.
I would have accepted
A
a
Vectorol.
Serenian Benishqual, an Omnibox, a Baneful, a Fanfare, or a Clue Horn.
I said
Blue
horn.
horn.
I got half of the
Ooh.
answer
Oh,
right.
okay. Fair.
Wait, it's a jizz band. There's no skin flute?
Oh, criminal. I think should I sneak onto the Star Wars Wikipedia page and add it in?
I'm ready for this.
Question number 4. What date were the first Force Effects lightsabers released?
I'm going to say 2001.
Fair. CJ? Garrison?
We're looking for the year?
Yeah, I'll take year, month, and day. Year. CJ?
November 18th.
I want to give it October of '99.
Oh no, I'm going to give the point to Kyle. It was April 6th, 2002.
I know it had. They didn't come out with the Force X lightsabers until after Phantom Menace, so I knew
This is
that,
true.
but I didn't know the actual date. I just knew it was after that.
I think this next question may be a little easy, but we'll see. Question number 5. I'm going to carry on. What is the name of the Simpsons episode where Mark Hamill debuts as Luke Skywalker?
I don't like The Simpsons that much, so I don't know.
Really?
Wait. It's the same Force Awakens, right?
No,
Oh, I thought it was the same. I thought that's like the same as the Disney one.
no,
I thought it was the Force Awakens.
no.
I don't know.
I am not sure if CJ has any guesses. The name of the Simpsons episode where Mark Hamill debuts as Luke Skywalker. No, the episode is called Luke Be a Jedi Tonight.
Well, it was worth a shot.
It's a really good episode. I highly recommend it. Question number 6. How many mouths and throats do Ithorians have?
2.
They have a number of mouths and a number of throats.
Authorians are the ones that have.
They're
Yeah,
the hammerhead looking.
Yeah, they have 2.
2? I thought it was 2.
Close. You guys can have the point. It's 2 mouths and 4 throats.
Oh. That's weird. What do the
I
extra
know.
throats do?
I believe they speak in like stereo, like they speak in like complete
Oh.
sound. So they use all of their throats and both mouths to just whoa.
Surround
What I-
sound.
Yeah, basically surround sound. That's what they are.
It's like, all around you.
Question number 7. Jabba the Hutt owned a small creature who, despite his ugly appearance, was much loved by the crime lord. What species was this pet and what was his name?
It's a little thing. What the hell is that damn thing called?
I will let everybody know it is not Salacious B. Crumb.
Oh, that was his name. A monkey lizard.
No.
Oh.
Man, what the hell? I know what it is. What the hell?
He would sit by the foot of Jabba's little throne.
He's the one that's chewing out C-3PO's eye in the Return of the Jedi.
Any guesses?
And R2 shocks him. What the hell are them things called?
A gremlin.
A gremlin. This ugly little creature is called a frog dog.
A frog dog.
I was
And
close.
his-
I had the little like hyphen thing.
And
I
his
got
name
that.
his name was Bubo.
Bubo.
Yubo.
Yeah. Pretty rancid. Question number 8. What's the name for a baby porg?
A baby porg?
Yeah.
An egg.
An egg. Yeah, baby porg.
You got a porg coffee cup?
A child?
A cub. A chick.
Actually,
chick,
the
no.
woman's.
No, the name for a baby
piglet.
porg. Oh, Garrison, you can have
Porglet.
the
A
point.
porglet. A
There you
porglet.
go.
That's it.
There you go.
Really?
Point. Yeah.
Man, he just rambled that out. How you
I
just
literally
ramble a point?
just
You started rambling
This
fucking
was like
shit.
charades. Sounds like piglet.
Wow.
This question is for all of the spaceship nerds in the chat and in Lightsaber Radio. What is the maximum speed of the Millennium Falcon? And I need it in kilometers per hour.
Oh,
In kilometers per hour.
how many
'Cause you-
kilometers per hour is the
CJ?
light
I was like,
speed?
Han Solo says it hits Mach 5, or not Mach 5, it makes like Mach 12 or whatever. Not Mach, but something 12 past light speed. But I can't tell you the kilometers per hour.
I'm gonna say, let's see. So light travels at light speed. So I'm gonna
650
say
miles an hour. Convert that. 650 miles per hour. And then
I'ma
convert
say-
that to kilometers.
How
and
did
then
you
it's
get
like
that? How did you? What the fuck? 650 miles per hour is correct.
because
That's
I
not-
knew the miles per hour. I just needed kilometers. I had to convert it.
I didn't think people in America did miles per hour.
that's what we do is miles
Oh,
per
that's
hour.
all
We
we
don't do
do.
kilometers.
Oh, I'm so
Hold
sorry.
on, let me guess, let me guess.
Garrison-
Let me do the math in my head. Hold on. hold
Okay,
on.
you do the math. You do the math.
650 miles an hour is like 1,000 kilometers per hour?
Yes, 1,050.
But wait a minute, that's just
Oh,
650 is just light speed, ain't it? Isn't
No,
light?
speed's like way faster.
Because what
This is like-
320 is sound.
This
the
isn't
sound
its
of
light
speed.
speed. This is like
Right.
its flying
I
speed,
got
right?
this. I got this from the officially published Millennium Falcon User's Manual. I will hear no discussion.
Um,
But Garrison, you got the point. You're doing so good this time.
Thank you. Yay.
Question number 10. What is the title of Lando Calrissian's best-selling autobiography? And I'm talking the character Lando Calrissian in CJ?
The Calrissian Chronicles.
No.
Oh.
This is in canon.
Of course it is.
How you
Shaft.
doing, you old pirate?
The Pimp Chronicles.
The Pimp Chronicles. No.
Mac
The
Daddy.
Adventures of L3 and Lando.
L3 and Lando, a love story.
Mac University.
No. The title of Lando Calrissian's best-selling autobiography was titled "How to Succeed in Everything."
How to succeed in everything.
Sounds like
Which I
something he
think
would
is-
write.
Yep.
That sounds like a Billy D. Williams book. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Question number 11. What month and year was the first shot of Jar Jar Binks officially approved by George Lucas?
You just say month and year?
Mm-hmm.
What
gotta have the
month
month,
and year
too?
was the first shot?
Yeah, the first on-camera shot. George Lucas looked at it and went,
Okay.
"That's it."
What is
Put it
what
in
is
the
the
film.
worst month you can think of? April. April was the year. April. It's gonna be in April. April 20th. It's gonna be April 20th because that's a pretty bad date. A lot of bad things happen that day.
You're so
And
close.
then 1999.
Oh, piss. I'm gonna give you the point anyway because you got it right. It was in April 1998.
Ah,
What is with you today? Have you drunk something? Are you?
no. April was a total guess just because like it's the worst month. A lot of bad things happen in April, so
Aw.
that's why I guessed April. And then 1999, the movie came out like around then. So
Our 12th and final question: who is Lord Nax? Nyax, even. Who is Lord Nyax?
He's a Dark Lord of the Sith.
Sith Lord.
I said it
Yeah.
There's a little bit more to it than that. If anybody else can expand.
He's a Gungan.
No.
Nyax was. I can't remember. I know he was a Dark Lord of the Sith, and he ruled
as Kyle
at some
said
point.
that first, you can have that point. Lord Nyax is a Corellian mythology story told to children to scare them into sleeping at night. He was a fairy story told by parents, and it was said that if you didn't sleep, Lord Nyax would come and take you from your
No.
bed.
You know what's
It's
crazy?
horrifying.
That's not a thing. No.
Hey, check this out. Do you know that like most of the fairy tales that are told today, like the fairy tale songs and stuff like that, like Cradle, baby in the cradle on the treetop.
They are
These were
pretty
all
bad.
These like the originals was freaking terrible, and
Yeah.
they were all terrible, and they were all meant to scare children to go to sleep. Like how you
Ring
gonna scare
around
me?
the rosies is
All
terrifying.
of it.
Like,
They were all terrible.
they're all
Actually,
so
what's his
dark.
face? Dan Cummings just did it on Suck. What is it? What's the
Suck?
name of his podcast?
Time Suck. Yeah,
Time
yeah,
Suck.
yeah,
Yeah,
Time
Time
Suck.
Suck. He just did an episode. He just did a series on that came out last Monday, and it's like they're terrible. They are freaking.
listened to
All
that.
of the old ones are terrible.
They're
Like-
scary, bro.
I would like to proudly announce that Garrison won that round.
Garrison's been winning a lot. I think you're giving them
That
the
was-
answers.
No.
I'm proud of myself.
I have had a wonderful time this week, everybody. It's been a huge amount of fun. If our listeners and our viewers like what we're doing, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot. You can find us on all major social media platforms. And you can find our podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere. Look for it, you'll find us. Once
Yep.
again, I've had a wonderful time. And as always, be kind, be safe. Oh, and don't forget to tune in next week. And may the force be with you. Always. Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. They're linked in the show notes below. LightSaber Radio is produced by Pick Film Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Charlie Harwood, Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Carl McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.